Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing this really pretty smoky eye using some Dose of Colors products. I really wanted to use the Black Party Shadow in Encore, which is just a really beautiful reddish brown shade with some glitter that reflect gold and like a green, maybe I would say an antique gold, and their gel liner. This is pretty amazing from what I can tell so far, but I wanted to play with it and I figured why not film it. So this look is nothing that's groundbreaking or difficult, but she's pretty. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then let's go. Okay, so I'm going to take my Lane Low paint pot and I'm going to use this to prime my lids. And I really like this shade because it just cancels out the darkness on my lid. So like if you guys compare both lids, this one still looks a little darker where this one looks a little bit more bright and smooth. So I feel like if you're an NC40 to maybe like 45 or 50, you'll like this shade. And then of course MAC also has lighter shades to accommodate a fairer skin tone. I was trying to keep from putting my hair up, but it's so long. I'm going to use my Milk, what is this, Hydro Primer. As you guys know, I work for the school system in Chicago for CPS, and we're on strike. So with that being said, Mama's on a tight budget, and a haircut is a luxury. It is not a necessity. So as overwhelmed as I feel with my hair and the length of it, I can wait. So I'm going to be really upfront with you guys. It took everything in me not to grab a Natasha Denona palette. Like, I am obsessed right now. So I'm going to take my Narcissist, this is my NARS, Atomic Blonde palette. I really love this palette also. And I'm going to start with this light shade. And I'm just going to use this to set my primer, which at this point should be set. And it is, but I like to err on the side of caution when it comes to this kind of stuff because I don't want my shadow to look streaky or uneven or patchy. Okay, I'm going to take, I forgot how much I like this palette, these two shades, and I'm going to apply them in the crease. I'm starting with the lighter shade and then building up to the deeper. I have on my Laneige sleeping mask on my lips. I love this stuff. It's so good. It makes me want to smack my lips together all the time. I'm switching my brushes just because I think that other brush might have had some residual shadow on it, which I thought I cleaned all my brushes, but I guess I missed one. So I'm feeling like this is looking a little bit gray, whereas this is more warm. I'm going to take a flat shader brush and I'm going to take this shade here, this really pretty brown, and I'm going to press this shade onto the lid. This reminds me of an eyeshadow shade that my cousin Jasenia would wear back in the day when she used to wear makeup. This was like the one shade that she always wore on her lid. Isn't it funny how certain things just kind of stand out in your memory? I find that the things that I remember are typically associated with like makeup or certain things. Those memories, I guess, with like beauty products, I don't know why. I mean, I understand why they stand out to me, especially because I do love makeup and it's something that I've been fortunate enough to turn into a side hustle. But, you know, growing up, my mom and my sister didn't wear makeup. My older sister didn't start wearing makeup until high school, I think it was. And even then it was nothing, you know, crazy. I do remember though, again, another makeup memory. one day she went and she bought a red blonde lipstick. It was a red. The tube was green. And I don't know what the color was. But I remember seeing her wear it. And she never wore it like full blown, you know, on the lip. It was always just kind of like patted out. But I remember my dad freaking out about it. Like, she can't wear red lipstick. Blah, blah, blah. I thought she was such a badass. But, okay, I'm going to take the same brush. I'm going to take that dark brown shade in this palette. And I'm just going to apply this to the outer corner. And I'm going to blend this out. When I was 14, I remember I got a job. It was or 13. I was 13 when I started working, and it was basically my mom's way of keeping me busy. It was over the summer, and I never worked. I didn't work until, like, really work legally until I was older. So I remember when I was 13, my mom got me a job at this grocery store where she was working. And it was more or less just to keep me busy, because I think that that was the summer that she saw that I was a little boy crazy. And I was born boy crazy, by the way, just so you guys know. But anyway, so I remember she got me this job, and you know, I felt like, oh, I can wear lipstick. And I remember I bought this L'Oreal lipstick. It was in a tall gray tube, but it was like this deep, almost like a blackberry. And I thought it was just so cool. And I ended up buying that and wearing it. And I remember there was this old man that would come in, and I would bag his groceries, and he was like, your lipstick, it's too dark. He's like, you shouldn't be wearing that kind of lipstick. He's like, he's like, if you want to wear lipstick, wear lipstick. He's like, but that color looks just, it looks bad on you. And he was just like this grumpy old man. I'm going to take Encore by Dose of Colors. Looks like this. I'm going to apply it with my finger. So I remember just kind of like being really pissed off by him, because he was just a grumpy old man who was always mean to me whenever he came in, right? And I was like, the hell is this dude's problem? Like, I've never done a damn thing to him, and he's always coming in here being rude. Like, he'd always make comments about my appearance, and you know, I was 13, so super self-conscious and whatever. So he came in one day and saw the lipstick and was like, it's too dark for you. You can wear lipstick if you want. I'm thinking, you're not even my papa, right? And my papa would never even let me wear lipstick at this age, but he didn't know. And anyway, so point is, I'm going to take this color all the way into the lid. So I was using the other shades as a base. This is the star of the show. So going back to my story, he told me that my lipstick was too dark. I didn't say anything, but I think part of me knew he was right. And I didn't wear makeup. Like, I didn't have any makeup on other than this lipstick. So here I am, barefaced, with this really, really dark lip. So I went back. I remember I went back to Walgreens, and I was looking at the colors, and I picked out a color that was like this terracotta red. I was bold, y'all. And that's what I wore. And I saw him a couple days later, and I had on the lighter lipstick, and he said, good job, kid. You finally picked a good one. So it was funny. And I think that he knew that to an extent I listened to his advice, but I was already just kind of figuring out what I liked, and I knew that I didn't feel comfortable in the other shade because it was too dark for me. So just hearing it from him kind of confirmed what I was already thinking. I just wish that he wasn't so harsh. And even after I saw him after that, he was still an ass. So It's not like the story got better. I'm gonna take my Milk Flex foundation. I've been using this a ton because it's just so easy. I'm gonna hate editing this video. I'm finding that the longer the video clip, oh, I hate it. I'm like, these last 8 videos I've edited, like I basically do the whole face and eyes and just about the entire look on one clip, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I do break it down into smaller sections, but it just feels like an eternity still. So I'm still liking this foundation a lot. I do find that it's wearing well, and I just like how easy and natural it looks. So now that I've done my base, I can tell you guys that I want to go in with my shadow again, my Dose shadow, and just kind of touch up some areas. Yeah, that looks good. So if you're wondering like, oh, what was the point of going in with the NARS palette if you were going to put a shadow over it? So when I said that the NARS shadows were a base, what it means is that once I layered this shadow on top of it, it gives you that contrast. So it looks darker on the outside, and then the bottom basically acted, or the lighter brown shade acted as almost like a cover for any gaps. I knew that the color was going to be very similar to this, and it worked out. It also blends beautifully up into that crease. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, but it just kind of almost looks like it's the same shade and the same tone. So it was all part of my plan. All right, guys, I'm gonna do my mascara, eyebrows. I'm actually gonna do a liner, and I will be back to finish this look with you. All right, guys, so I took Extra Baggage by Dose of Colors. It's their brown gel liner, and that's what I used to create my wing. I don't know if you guys can even see that I have a wing, but I'm gonna take the same liner on a flat brush, and I'm going to use that to smudge out my lower lash line. I'm only gonna take it halfway. Boom. I'm gonna take this shade here, and I'm gonna use the same brush, and I'm gonna use this shade to smudge out or smoke out my lower lash line. I really like the color of this liner. She's pretty. Okay, so I came back, and I don't have mascara on, but I won't bore you guys with that part. We are going to move on to the rest of the face. So I'm gonna take the NARS Coucher de Soleil. It's the pink palette. I wanna say this was an exclusive to Nordstrom. All right, guys, so I'm gonna take this shade here, which is the gold shade. It's the lightest shade in this palette, and I'm going to highlight le face. So my son does the cutest thing. He mixes up like in Spanish, like saying el, he says le. So like instead of el papa, he'll say le papa, like a little French boy. I'm gonna take this under my brow also. So he is constantly like le mama. He even says le mama. Really cute, right? I think it's just because I said le highlight. So I'm gonna take this NARS cheek palette. This is the Hot Tryst, and I'm going to take a mix of the 2 darker shades here, and then just go ham on my cheeks. So I'm gonna go back in with my foundation stick and the Smith liner brush. I really like to use this, not so much for liner, but I like to use it to detail my eye looks. So like I've done it to where I can clean up my my brow, but in this case I am going to sharpen this line. I'm gonna go back into my highlighting palette and I'm gonna use the same brush I just used to clean up my line. And I'm going to use this to highlight my inner corner now. So I have a gig tomorrow. It's actually someone that's coming to my house to have a makeup lesson, which I'm really excited about, which I'm really excited for. It's a very specific lesson, so it's kind of new to me, but I'm not worried about it. For my lips, I'm going to use one of my favorite liquid lipsticks. This is Ashton by ABH. I'm going to use MAC Spice Pencil to line my lips. Alright guys, this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed how easy this was. It is really quick. It looks like you made a lot of effort, but you could really even just skip adding the different shades underneath the glitter and just kind of add a crease color and apply that shimmer all over your eyes. But I really wanted it to have a little bit of dimension and contrast. So I'm happy with the way it turned out. I think it's really pretty. And I hope that you guys are able to see just what it looks like and that it's not getting washed out. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like it, subscribe, and leave a comment down below letting me know what are some of the looks you'd like to see on my channel, or what are some ideas that you'd like to see come up. Leave those down below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.